sins. They can't win. No new friends. Football fast. They sleep again. We wake them up. Wake up, the champs is in. We want back ends. Wipe my sins. Wipe it. They can't win. No new friends. Football fast. They sleep again. We wake them up. Wake up, the champs is in. Yeah.
The NFL on EA Sports is in the Steel City at Heinz Field in Pittsburgh, PA. This was the scene just a few moments ago as the Pittsburgh faithful were fired up by the hometown Steelers taking the field. They're all set as they'll match up with the New York Jets. Here we go from Heinz Field as Chris Boswell tees it up and boots it away. On the ground, this is Isaiah Crowell. And he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30. Yeah, give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6. Second and 6, just inside the 30.
Gone!
Now a run. This is Bilal Powell. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and that'll bring up a 3rd down. And for Darnold, this may be a free play. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on 3rd down. So they will accept the penalty and move forward. And the penalty makes this a much more manageable 3rd down, 3rd and 2. After the penalty, it's Crowell. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. Give them 12 yards there, and the Jets have a first. Defense had a chance to get off the field here on the opening drive, couldn't do it.
I know that we go into these meetings with coaches, and sometimes maybe we can get, a little bit numb because they're always going to talk about how important 3rd down is, aren't they? Offense and defense. In this case, one capitalized, and the other, as you said, had a chance to get off the field and didn't get it done.
They keep it with Crowell on first. And he'll get this one across midfield and down into Steeler territory. A solid run on 1st down. Gain of 7 leaves them with a 2nd and 3.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
And they'll try the air now with Darnold. It's caught by Quincy Enunwa. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. That'll get them the 1st down as they get 9 yards out of that quick slant. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. The play fake, and it's Darnold. Buying time to his left. He'll wind up getting 9 after tucking it and running, so it'll leave him with 2nd and a yard.
Now, that was not a bad scramble there on 1st down. He didn't force it, nor did he throw it away. He was able to take off, and now he made it a very manageable 2nd and short.
On 2nd down, here's Crowell. And he'll be a little shy of the 25 here at the 26-yard line. A gain of 4 that time as the drive continues. You were telling me this yesterday. This is exactly what they want to do on the opening drive, establish the ground game.
Yeah, remember our conversation? We were talking about what one of the GMs in the league has told me repeatedly. It's a big man's game, and it's not necessarily size. He's talking about playing some big boy football. Line up, get leverage, knock people back, and establish the run early.
And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. That one good for 17 yards, and now they've got it 1st and goal. First red zone opportunity now for the Jets. They're looking at a 1st and goal from about the 9. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 10-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. And what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
With Charles Davis, Brandon Gaudin with you. It's the Jets in possession as we begin quarter number 2 here. And they'll come up looking to keep this drive moving. They'll go again here from the 10-yard line on 2nd and goal. They'll give it to him up the middle. And here's another tackle made at the line. So they're converging well on the football now. Call it no gain that time, and now it's 3rd and goal. This has been a long drive. You got to figure a field goal would be a letdown. Can they convert now on 3rd and goal? Out of the shotgun, here's Darnold. Steps away to his left. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. T.J. Watt in there to drop him for a 6-yard loss, and that'll lead to a 4th down. On now is the kicker Jason Myers for the field goal try. A 33-yarder from the left hash. And it's a fake. He's going to throw it. And this one will not work out. It is incomplete. They pass up the 3, fake it. It doesn't work. While we have a second, Charles, the Patriots, of course, back in the Super Bowl, getting the 37-31 victory over KC in the AFC title game. Great game, but, you know, the Patriots...
nobody believes in them.
Yeah, right. They're playing that underdog card, but I thought it was funny because after the game, they asked Tom Brady, were you guys just trying to use that for your own motivation? He said no comment because they were. They know they're not the underdog.
They know it, but when you've been that great for this long,
you need something.
You've got to find something different. And Tom Brady, I've got to give him credit. Somehow he made his team buy that and believe in it when no one else in the country did. And I think it really started with their first playoff game this year when the Chargers came to town. I know I picked the Chargers against them. A lot of people picked the Chargers. They took that as, well, no one believes in us, and everyone thinks we're not as good. They were just wrong about that part, as we were wrong about the Chargers beating them.
On 3rd down, that's Bell. Oh, he's got some breathing room. Le'Veon Bell, it's a foot race. He's at the 30. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Le'Veon Bell, 81 yards. And the Steelers are able to strike for 6. And with his speed, if he just finds the slightest crease, he can take it the distance like he did there.
How about the leverage up front? Offensive line out-leveraging the defensive front to create that space, that crease that he was looking for. And once he hits open field, he's going to be very difficult to catch and corral.
Boswell good with the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. Boswell on now to kick this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. CD, before this next drive gets going, the Pro Bowl took place January 27th in Orlando. Third year in a row that the AFC has won, and really the third year in a row where the weather in Orlando has not been too kind. It was ice cold 2017, and then downpours the last couple years.
Yeah, in addition to it being cool as well again this year, so rain and cold, that hurts the crowd a little bit, but still, this game has evolved into what I would call a crazier type NFL game. Quick whistles to make sure guys don't get hurt when there's tackling going on. How about receivers playing defensive back? Defensive backs like Jalen Ramsey catching touchdown passes. And to cap it all off, when they awarded the MVP trophy to, I believe, Patrick Mahomes, it broke.
Yeah, indeed, it was Mahomes, the MVP of the offense. Jamal Adams, MVP of the defense in the 26-7 AFC victory. Darnold going to lead the Jets up now, 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Hurry up, here we go. Green, 39.
On 1st and 10, Darnold. And he comes back with one complete. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. First down yardage on the first play of the drive. Give him 14.
I like how they worked the tight end on a nice little under route there. And if you're going to give him that much space, he's not going to catch the football. He's going to run away from you a little bit, and that's exactly what he just did there, picking up extra yardage.
2 minutes to go here in the first half. Back to Heinz Field after this. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. A first down throw, Darnold. Herndon's got it complete. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. Give him 12 yards there, and the Jets have a first.
One of the advantages of zone defense, as I remember it, is being able to see the play develop in front of you. One of the disadvantages, when they find those levels where they can hit you with it. Sometimes behind the corner and in front of the safety, it makes it tough to defend.
From the 50, it's Darnold. Being chased out left. Incomplete.
But one thing that I've liked defensively is that they've shown them a lot of different looks here in the first half. They've come after them. They've sat back. I think that's what you need to do to keep an offense guessing.
And they certainly have kept them on their toes. That's why they haven't had much success on the scoreboard. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
All right, here we go. 319. 319.
Throwing again is Darnold. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. The Jet passing game in rhythm. They've got another first.
When this offense can get their tight ends involved, they can move the football. Here, a nice route, able to look it in, and picks up the first down.
All right, now look at 56.
Darnold on first down. Flushed out right. Looking right sideline, but it's incomplete.
It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
Yeah, I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the second quarter, a lot of time to change things. Back to the air, Darnold on second down. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. The reception good for 7. It's third down. Now the Steelers put a stop to the action with a timeout defensively, as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important third down.
Hurry up, here we go. 3:19. 3:19.
Darnold to throw again, rolling to his right. He can run for it, and he will. And now before this first down play, we're going to get a timeout here. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime.
Set. Blue 90. Blue 90.
On first down, it's Darnold. It's caught on the left side by Kurz. And he's going to take it in for a Jets touchdown. Jermaine Kurz, a 22-yard touchdown grab. And the Jets are an extra point away from tying this thing up. Myers connects on the PAT. And that is going to tie our game as we approach halftime. So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Got a second here to assess Pittsburgh's last season as their offense comes onto the field. You know, for most of the folks that are fans of the Steel City, they're probably saying, wow, this was tough. But, hey, they were 9-6-1. The thing is, expectations there are playoffs every year.
You're right, and to show that, they haven't been under 500 since 2003. It's a very consistent franchise. But remember how the season began. Le'Veon Bell once again holding out. They expected him to show up and play. That didn't happen. Then at the end of the year, Antonio Brown, Ben Roethlisberger. What's going to happen there? So they bookended their season with controversies. In the middle, did not play up to their standards. I still thought they were going to win the AFC North. Turned out Baltimore nosed them out. They've got to do some retooling in the offseason.
Now they'll toss it to Bell running left. And he'll slip his way up across the 30 to the 32. 3 yards is half of what they needed. Now can they get the other 3 here on third down?
Show that bench release and go.
Now they'll run it on the toss. Able to avoid him at the 40. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. And now we won't see a play on first down. We're going to get a timeout instead, as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Now the toss to Bell running right. Finding room to the 20. And he's in. Touchdown, Steelers. Le'Veon Bell in the final seconds of the first half. And the Steelers are able to strike for 6. So they're able to break the tie just before halftime. Now they just don't want anything crazy to happen on the ensuing kickoff.
Yeah, they want to just add the extra point, get the kickoff taken care of, and get to the locker room with the lead that they fought so hard to get.
Boswell for the extra point. Oh, he missed the PAT. No good on the extra point, so a letdown there, and this will stay a 6-point ball game. Boswell on now to kick this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee, and they'll bring the football out to the 25. So the football going back over to the New York Jets. Want to assess this past season, 4-12. And don't get mad at me, Jets fans, but that's now double-digit losses and a last-place finish in 4 of the last 5 seasons. So why are you laughing?
I'm laughing how you tried to keep the Jets fans from coming after you.
Trying to be nice.
Recited what was going on there.
They're a passionate fan base. New coach coming in. What do they need to change, Charles?
Well, the last 2 head coaches have been defense.
And the defense has it covered. It's intercepted. Picked off by Mike Hilton. And he will be brought down. His time is now run out on this first half of action. So we've hit intermission. It's halftime. This is the NFL, and it's a presentation of EA Sports. So time for the second half as the Steelers have the lead, and they will also be receiving the football here to start the third quarter. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Steeler offense now with a football first here to begin the third quarter. We have not seen much on offense here from either side these last few drives. We've hit a wall, so to speak.
And have hit it hard, haven't we? Because the defenses right now, they seem to be a step ahead, don't they? Beating them to the point of attack, beating them to the punch. These offensive guys, they're tinkering like crazy. What's it going to take to get back on track?
Yeah, both sides searching for adjustments. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down. Well, they had the run for no gain. Now they'll try again from the 25 on 2nd and 10. They'll go again with Bell. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. That one good for 14 yards and a Steeler first.
It's funny, partner. Le'Veon Bell, when he came out of Michigan State, when I go back and look at my analysis of him and what my grades were for him, thought he was a big-time player, great potential, but I didn't know we were going to get this player. I was used to a big, solid, thick running back, but now I've got a full package, a guy who can do everything, as we just saw there, including breaking tackles.
But at the time, second-round pick in 2013, some people probably wishing they'd taken him in the first. Avery Williamson there to make the stop.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And he's got room. Le'Veon Bell. Kiss him goodbye. And DP goes into Jets territory before being taken down. It's a big run that time by Bell. Give him 52 yards on the ground. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And a little bit of space there takes it inside the 5 to the 3. Give him 4 on the carry there at 2nd and goal.
This drive is pretty clear. Almost feels like old school fundamentals, doesn't it? Want to impose their will on the defense. What's that, 5 straight runs?
Yeah, 5 straight carries to start this drive, and like you said, the way it's working, they may just stick with it. So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal. They'll try and run it in with Bell. And he's in. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Le'Veon Bell, a 3-yard touchdown run. And the Steelers are going to add on to their lead.
Out, valet, walk out, all these bands I lost count, cause I'm 2 up right now, 2 up right now, yo, I'm two, on one day on my 3rd, I was 2 broke, now I'm 2 rich, made 100K on my 3rd shift, I'm a boy, so, boy, and I'm a gangster, and you a, boy, man, we been getting money for a long time. We was out here hungry for a long time. I don't never really have no punchlines. And all you rappers looking like a lunch line. Ooh, right now, I got you. Right now. Nothing, need a Uber right now. Right now, need crew love right now. Cause we 2 up right now. Ooh, I'm up right now. Hop out, valet, walk out, all these bands I lost count, cause I'm 2 up right now, 2 up right now, yeah, I'm 2 up, round blew up, copped that new rape on them haters, threw up, brother went to jail for them, told me you up, first time I seen 100 bands, yeah I grew up, ooh, on the couches with my shoe up. And we was getting that record label money before they knew us. And we were blowing your budget in the club to boof up. If your dog fall in your ball hog and get your whole crew up. Ooh, I'm with right now, I got you. Right now, nothing, need a Uber right now. Right now, need crew love right now. Cause we 2 up right now. Ooh, I'm up right now. Hop out, valet, walk out, all these bands I lost count, cause I'm 2 up right.
The NFL on EA Sports is in the Steel City at Heinz Field in Pittsburgh, PA. They love the black and gold here in the Steel City, and a few moments ago, their Steelers emerged from the Heinz Field tunnel. They're set, we're set, as the Steelers are ready to do battle with Tom Brady and the New England Patriots. They met here on the opening Thursday of 2015, and they're at it again here. The Steelers and Pats are underway. Now a play fake, Brady. And his first pass is incomplete. He was looking for Julian Edelman that time. And it's 2nd down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
Line of scrimmage, again the 25, 2nd and 10. They'll run it here. This is James Lane. And he will lose lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up third down.
Don't forget about finding a lane there. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. Probably fortunate he was able to hold on to the football.
And he'll have his man. That's Edelman. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A very solid gain of 27. Operating out of Steeler territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. Throwing on first down is Brady. Over the middle, complete. That's Gordon. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. A really nice gain of 25 yards. Gordon, of course, picked up in a trade from the Browns back on September 18th, and he really should help a Patriot offense that has some question marks at wide receiver.
Yeah, you're banking on a lot of potential here with Josh Gordon, because if you get the total package, if you get the size, the speed, the catch radius, the ability to play the ball in the air, he has everything. Could be one of the top 3 or 4 receivers in the NFL when he's on top of his game, and they need him to be that. Remember, they traded Brandon Cooks to the Los Angeles Rams in the offseason.
Brady's incompletion on first down leads to a 2nd and 10.
Wait 20! Wait 20! Go!
They fake the handoff. Now Brady. And he's in. Touchdown, Patriots. Julian Edelman, a 24-yard touchdown. And the Patriots drive right down the field and score on the opening drive. Gostkowski with the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. Gostkowski now out to kick it away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line. Big Ben and the Steelers with a 1st and 10 at about the 32. Now the first carry for Le'Veon Bell. And he'll be limited to a short gain up to about the 34-yard line. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. It didn't happen on that play.
A big chunk on the ground there, 27 yards.
That outside handoff to the left, that play has to warm the heart of an offensive line coach because they controlled the left side where they were supposed to. But they didn't allow anything to leak from the backside on the right side of the offensive line either. Well played.
Yeah, and it created a big run. Now Roethlisberger going to hand to Bell. Another big hitter there. This one good for 18. So back-to-back big runs, picking apart this defense on the opening drive.
I thought this was a passing league. I thought this was the era we were in where the ball was always in the air, right?
They didn't get the memo.
They didn't get the memo, and I know this to be true. Offensive linemen still, to this day, they want to run the football. They want to fire out and hit people across the line of scrimmage, and they're clearing space.
Oh, and now, and he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown. Le'Veon Bell taking it in from the 20, and the Steelers are an extra point away from tying this thing up. Extra point put through by Boswell, and we are tied at 7. So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. As this Patriots offense comes back out, Charles, how do they match up with the Rams defense? It's one thing's for sure. We know that they can have guys appear out of nowhere. You remember James White with a hat trick of touchdowns in Super Bowl 51. Who's it going to be this year?
Well, they have so many guys to pick from, and you don't think about their offense as having a bunch of superstars, but then you start going down the line.
Looking for Gronkowski, and it's intercepted. It's picked by the linebacker, T.J. Watt. And they take over. They'll set up shop at the 46-yard line.
Offensively, when you see cover 2, the thought has to go through the quarterback's head. drive the football when making throws. It's not just the deep guys covering. It's the guys underneath you have to be careful of. Drive your throw. Otherwise, you see what results? Interceptions.
Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down. On second down, it's Bell. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. It'll wind up being a loss of 2. And all of a sudden here, it's third down. Bell. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. 4 yards on the pickup there, but it's going to take him to fourth down. Too long for a field goal, too short to punt. That in-between range, and they'll go for it on fourth down.
Jack 16.
Back with Charles Davis, Brandon Gaudin. It's Steeler football to begin quarter number 2. They are, however, facing a fourth down situation. Feeling like they're not quite in field goal range yet. They're going to go for it on fourth.
King. 19 feet. Hey.
They'll try and throw for it with Roethlisberger. Flush to his right. Open man. Smith-Schuster, it's complete. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. Fourth down, no problem. 19 yards that time, but now it's first and 10. Now they'll run it on the toss. Bell sheds him off. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down.
And that's the big fella's MO right there. Running through tackles, keeping the sticks moving forward. This defense, if you don't bring 11 guys to the ball to try and get him on the ground, he's going to keep making runs like that. I feel the press box shaking every time he touches the rock.
Now Bell. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. It's a gain of a yard, and it'll set up second and goal. Defensively, pretty good start there with their backs against the wall.
That's a win for the stop troops right there. And if I'm them, I get a little bolder now. They won the first battle. Keep coming after them. Put the pressure on them.
The line of scrimmage, the 7 now on second and goal.
Jack 16.
They get it to him running left. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. Only a yard there, and that'll bring us to third and goal. Defensively, I think they can smell a stop. Ball right around the 5 here brings up third.
And I think what they've done is they put doubt in the minds of the offensive guys. What do we do? Because now you don't have a go-to play. Either side they pick, throwing it, running it, it won't be easy.
It'll be a gain of 5, but they do keep him out of the end zone, and now it's fourth down.
Partner, it's decision time now. I know it's still just the second quarter, but you have an opportunity to either kick the field goal or go for it and try and score a big-time touchdown. This is why the head coaches get paid the big bucks.
They converted once earlier on this opening drive, but now comes a big test. Fourth and goal. They'll run it with Bell, and he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Steelers. Le'Veon Bell with his second touchdown here in this first half. And the Steelers are able to strike for 6. No, he missed the PAT. No good on the extra point, so a letdown there. And this will stay a 6-point ball game. Boswell on now to kick this one away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. Out comes the New England offense to see what they can do this time. A tale of two extremes already in this game. A touchdown pass on their opening drive followed by an interception last time out.
Now, it sounds like things balance out, right? What's that mythological thing that we do? If you have a candy bar, have a diet soda with it, it balances it out. And we know that's not really true, right? Because the interception, that sting lingers a little bit longer. Got to come out now and put together some nice plays.
Looking deep downfield. So they took a shot on first down, but couldn't connect. So a minute 55 to go in the first half. Back to Heinz Field after this. Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 29. On play action, now Brady. He's going to look deep down the field. This is intercepted. Picked off by Cody Sensabaugh. And an alley to run. And a huge return as he'll take this one all the way down inside the 30-yard line. You don't see this often. A quarterback of his caliber, 2 first-half interceptions.
It's absolutely surprising because it happens so rarely. You're searching for what reason, what's going on out there. It's not just maybe the defense is playing well. Is his horoscope off? His biorhythms? What is it?
You went horoscope on us, David.
Well, I was thinking maybe REM sleep was off. I'm trying to come up with something.
Anything, right? Now Roethlisberger to throw on 2nd down. The veteran Stephon Gilmore able to break that one up. The turnover put him in great field position. They don't want to squander it with 3rd down coming up.
No, not at all. And you know what else you do? You make your defense mad.
Yeah.
They got you the football, gave you a great opportunity. You got to cash in and get some points.
They'll buy some time right. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
They got the interception, but very little movement after, and that forces him to settle for 3. And it does feel like settling when that happens, doesn't it?
It certainly does, but we got to give a lot of credit where it's due, and that's to the defense because they ran onto the field. It's what we call sudden change, right? Interception, you got to go put out the fire, and they did, holding them to a field goal.
And a nice return sets them up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. And now out come the Patriots. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, you had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. They've got his man complete. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Now a play fake here on 1st down. Going up top. And that's going to be caught for a Patriot touchdown. Josh Gordon, 34 yards. And the Patriots have cut it back within a score.
I think everyone in the league talks about finishing, don't they? Doesn't matter whether it's a quarter, a half, a game, a series, whatever. But they're finishing the first half in fine style, putting that one in the end zone.
They did, and they didn't leave much time on the clock either. Well done. And he will get into the end zone to cut the lead down to a single point. And around the goal line, especially on 2-point tries, sometimes the QB's best friend is that big target, the tight end.
I love how you described it because you know he's going to have some length and some catch radius as well as a big body to keep people away from the football.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. And now out come the Steelers. And we'll see how this is played. Offensively, they've got the lead. Not a whole lot of time left. What do you think, Charles?
Well, it's tempting to try and add to your lead, but a mistake there, that can change things in a big way. I say go ahead, take the knee, get on out for the half.
And able to stay on his feet past the 30 to about the 33-yard line.
This guy's well on his way now to a big game on the ground. It's another good run there. Puts him over the century mark in yardage, and we're still in the second quarter.
Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33. Now they'll run it on the toss. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. And now before this first down play, we're going to get a timeout here, as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in the first half of play. Now a first down carry by Bell. He'll be dropped shy of the 40 despite an excellent display of footwork. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
There to stop him, Juwan Bentley. We have hit halftime. Still 2 more quarters to go. We'll take a timeout. We'll be back after this. You're watching the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. It's in the game. So time for the second half as the Steelers have the lead, and they will also be receiving the football here to start the third quarter. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Steeler offense now with the football first here to begin the third quarter. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that, because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies, try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
We'll see if they do just that. Now they'll run it on the toss. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line.
Partner, I think there's a lesson there. Some days you're just having a really tough time, and for the defense, today has been that day. But after that play, what do you learn? You can still make plays even when the other guy's having success against you.
Roethlisberger. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Kyle Van Noy in there to drop him for a loss of 10. And it'll be 4th and long. Here's Jordan Berry now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Edelman set to return. The shifty Edelman with a good move. Oh, he breaks a tackle, and he's got an alley. He had his sights on the end zone, no doubt, but is brought down after a huge return there. And this offense set up with a very short field. 1st and 10 inside the 20. Took till the second half, but finally a red zone opportunity here. 1st and 10 at the 19. Now Brady. And Brady going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by Morgan Burnett. And the return will stop them well inside their own 20 at the 15-yard line. Well, while we have a second here, how about we get bold and make a couple Super Bowl predictions?
Hey, why not? Let's go ahead and put ourselves on the spot.
Just more fodder for the angry people. What do you think? Who's going to win it? Who's going to be the MVP?
Well, my prediction for this one is the New England Patriots win the football game. They win it 32-30. The MVP, the McCourty twins, Jason and Devin. They both get 2 interceptions apiece, and instead of splitting the trophy, they wrestle for it right there in the 50-yard line post-game, because you know sibling rivalries, one always wants the upper hand.
Okay, that's bold. I'll go Rams on a Greg Zuerlein 44-yarder from the right hash as time expires.
44,
MVP Todd Gurley, 2 touchdowns, 1 catching, 1 rushing.
I like it.
There you go.
You don't like the McCourty thing, though, do you?
No, I do like that. If that happens, you're Nostradamus.
There you go.
Once again, they'll come up on the 26-yard line, 2nd and 10. Roethlisberger with a give to Bell. And he'll get this one up to the 26. 1 yard, the official pickup there, so it's going to set up 3rd and 9.
Well, they had that one sniffed out. Excellent run blitz. Stop that one for a short gain.
What makes a good run blitz a good run blitz?
The ability to stay on task, to follow up your assignment, go to the gap you're supposed to cover, and not be deterred by anything else.
And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. 7 yards on the carry there, but now they're staring at 4th down.
Good, strong run against the 3-4 set. And that 3-4, you've got to have your guys up front eat up a lot of blocks. The guy playing over the center, the nose, he usually has to take on double teams. But when you're able to successfully move him, you're often able to get some yardage, and that's when linebackers have to clean up and make tackles.
Going absolutely nowhere. He'll wind up losing a yard or two. So nursing a slim lead, and that is the opposite of protecting that slim lead.
All I can think here is that head coach, he knows more about what's going on with his team than we do. He must know something's up. Either he has trouble with his punter, right? He's worried about his defense. There's an explanation in there that we're going to ask for after the game, because in this situation, I wouldn't have done that in normal circumstances, but maybe he thought my best opportunity is with my offense.
Yeah, interesting. Back in their own territory. Now we'll see what transpired. On 2nd down, Michel, and he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here, and that'll make it 3rd down. And it's Michel once again. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. And a loss of 3 to bring up 4th.
Well, we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
Now let's see how the offense still out there. They elect to go on 4th and 11. Now Brady got to have this one. He's going to air one out. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. The safety Terrell Edmonds picks it. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. On 4th down, that turned out like a punt. Maybe he was better defensively there just to knock it down.
And you know they go over those situations. All right, 4th down, where's the ball? Where would we get the ball? But instinct takes over, and when it's in the air, they just go and get it. So it's hard to get on him for intercepting it, but the smart play would have been what you suggested. Knock it down and take over in a deeper position.
Let's go, let's go, let's go.
The give is to Bell, and maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. That'll set him back with a loss of 3 on the play, and that'll lead here to a 3rd down. They'll pitch it out to Bell. And he will have the 1st down, but he winds up paying for it pretty good. They get 5 out of that one, and it moves the chains.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the 4th as it was way back in the 1st, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
They'll try and run some clock now with Bell. And he's going to lose yardage here back to the 12-yard line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
So while the offense has had a big day, no one on that side of the ball is excited about seeing a loss like that. Their goal, to make every play positive. And when you have a bad one like that, your next goal is to not let it spiral into more.
They'll run it with Bell. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. Now we're going to get a timeout here called by the Patriots. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the fourth quarter. Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long. Now Roethlisberger eluding the pressure right. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. They convert on 3rd with a gain of 22.
Couldn't just sit on it here, could they? Had to throw the ball on 3rd down. Got the big completion in the pickup. Fresh set of downs now. They've got to feel great.
And defensively a backbreaker. Here's Bell. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. Now the objective there, I mean, yes, the positive gain, that's nice, but work some clock.
Yeah, you're exactly right, but the problem for them is still within a possession, so they can't just sit on it running the ball. They'll have to find a way to throw it effectively as well.
Time for a break. We'll come back for the electrifying conclusion after this. This, in all probability, another run here on 2nd and 8. Now Bell, and he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. And now right out of the 2-minute break, we'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go. Now this is a big 3rd down, and you'd have to think we'd see a timeout right away if they can't stop him here. Roethlisberger to throw. Over the middle here to Brown. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. Roethlisberger hooking up with Brown to get the Steelers a first.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Now they'll try the sweep with Bell. And he'll take it across the 50 and into New England territory. And play is stopped here. Timeout. It's the defense calling the timeout here, as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. So they come up on 2nd down. If they can get another run like we just saw, would likely put an end to this thing. Now they'll run it on the toss. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. 25 yards, the pickup there, and also a 1st down.
He's still rumbling, isn't he? Still looking fresh in this one despite the heavy workload. But you and I both know, well-conditioned, and he did tell us that he thrives on being at his peak late in ball games.
Now after the run by Bell, here's another 1st and 10. Roethlisberger dropping to a knee, and that ought to do it.
Can you hear me, hear me, hear me, hear me?